Now then, morning all, how are you all doing? So today we've got in a little bit of a wiring issue. Well, we're just modifying a camper. So this is Vinny The Vivaro. Cut a long story short, this had a electrical issue where the rear reversing light wouldn't work. So it would, but you needed a whole new house and everything. So we wired up a full new house in. New reverse light, super bright. It was ideal for this application because it's for camping. When you're reversing somewhere, it's going to be pitch black, Customer wanted something a bit brighter, So we put in a super LED light, which were absolutely spot on. He loved it. It was doing its job until he realised when it got to winter and it is pitch black, he needs a bit more heft up there. So we then decided that we'd put in a second one. So this is a full process. So what I'm doing at the minute, I'm just getting the cable ready, getting the light all ready. We're using crimp connectors here, which is totally fine if you get them waterproofed. So the cable I'm using here is, it's like a fabric tape, but once it sets, it's goes like fucking steel, but still flexible. So then we drill in 8mm hole here for the light to go through. Obviously check the thickness of your fitting to make sure. And then with how the light's designed, I want the cable just to run next to it. Solely so, you can see the little hoop there. It's so the water drips off the hoop. And then you get to see my big snoz tightening it up. Again, get it nice and tight. We didn't do it massively tight to start with just because we wanted to adjust where the lights were pinging and pointing at. Now, back at Vivaro's, on that bumper, there's like a reinforcement bar, so you've got to be careful where you fit your lights to make sure you don't get away with them. But underneath, there's a full set of clips where you can literally put all the cable in. Keeps it nice and neat, keeps it spotless actually, and it looks all factory once it's all fitted. Because I don't know if you can see there is some cables already running across to the other side. So I'm just going to put all the wires in the little recess holes all the way along, making sure it keeps nice and neat. Again, you don't want this dropping down and pinging onto exhaust. Now this side is the side where I've used the pre-existing tape that I've just been on about. I tried for 20 minutes, I could not get the tape off. So decided just to cut it off, put all new connectors on. This has been on about 2 years. No cable damage in there whatsoever, no water mark showing. So we know the cable did its job. Not the cable, sorry. We know the tape did its job. So here I'm using 2-core wire or twin core, and again just using some little crimp connectors. Like I said, the cable crimp connector I'm using there is a beta one, an expensive one, but you can get them a lot cheaper. Again, twist your wires up, push it in, and crimp the cables up. For good measure, give your cables a bit of a tug. If they're going to come away in your hands, it means they're not sealed right, and they won't do it again. It's a pain in the arse, but I'd rather do a job once right than twice badly. So that is everything all done on our side. Just need to then get the tape done. I'm just trying to figure out what bit I'm up to because I'm having a chinwag at the minute with lad whose van it was. And now that is it all wired up. Both lights on for there. They don't look massively bright, but it's daytime. But trust me, when that gets to night time, that will light up any dark road. So yeah, twin core wire, some lights, wire it up to all the reversing light. Jobs are good and nice and easy. So don't forget, subscribe to the next video and give me a like and a comment. See you there.